Coming up on the Movie Film Show today, we've got news about Indiana Jones 5. On top of that, we've got news about the next Star Trek movie, Henry Cavill's new movie, Anna Kendrick's new movie, and a trailer for the next Disney movie. But before we get into any of that, there's only one place to start this week, and that's with the finale of LOKi. After weeks of anticipation and 6 weeks of the show, the finale of LOKi finally hit this week. And overall, I've got to say, I'm kind of underwhelmed. Maybe I just built it up a little bit too much for myself in my mind that this was going to be a spectacular series that was going to change the face of the MCU. And you could argue that yes, it is going to have a big impact on the MCU with the whole split timelines, but I really see that as just another way for Marvel to keep alive certain superheroes that have already died. For example, I think we will get a new Iron Man now, and they'll just say he's an Iron Man from a different timeline. And that's why they've kind of set the tone for that with the other Lokis. Loki's played by different people, and even Alligator Loki. That's just there's other Iron Men, other Hulks, other timelines allow different actors to jump in to the same roles. And that's my fear for the MCU going forward, is that it's going to get very messy. I think they're just going to overcomplicate it. That seems to be where they're heading. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe the next phase of Marvel is going to be the greatest thing to ever hit cinemas. But at the moment, it looks a bit like a clusterfuck. Now, of course, new timelines isn't a new thing in the MCU. Doctor Strange blasted the door open for that one with a superhero whose movie I was never expecting anything much from, and a superhero who I think most people outside of comic book fans didn't really know about. And I think that's the thing with MCU, they're really having to delve deep now into the bag of superheroes, to the point where now they're looking at it saying, well, instead of getting these random heroes like Shang-Chi, who a lot of people don't even know, instead they're just going to open up the timelines and bring back the familiar faces, the familiar heroes, and just put a new face on them, which is kind of stupid. So just focusing on LOKi, I could rant about Marvel for hours on end, but let's just stick to the finale. The series had been building pretty well, but overall, as I said, almost every week, I was just waiting for something a little bit more to happen. I know there was interesting stuff along the way. The big cloud monster and the different versions of LOKi was certainly interesting, but Loki and Sylvie get to this castle or mansion or whatever it was at the edge of time and space. And that was a cool visual, but they get into that building and they're going into the building, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, here we go. They're gonna reveal who the Time Lord is, and it's gonna be someone we've seen before, or maybe even someone like Doctor Strange or the woman who trained Doctor Strange. It's gonna be someone we recognize. But no, it was just another new actor, new character. Okay, I'm sure he's going to be important in the future. It seemed like a bit anticlimactic is my point there. Now overall, I did enjoy the series, but I don't think it lived up to my expectations at the same time. It wasn't as good as I was hoping for. And I think a big part of it is that it was only 6 episodes. I think Falcon and the Winter Soldier suffered from the same thing. I don't think 6 episodes is enough to truly tell a well-told story that MCU need to tell. The likes of WandaVision and even The Mandalorian in the Star Wars universe, they had 10 episode series and their story was spread out a little bit more and given a little bit more room to breathe. And ultimately, I think they're able to tell better stories. 4 less episodes, I think, has massively impacted LOKi. Now we're going to get a season 2, that's confirmed at the end of it. Whether we need a season 2 is another story altogether. Overall, as I've said a couple times now, I was very disappointed with LOKi overall, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on LOKi, on the entire series, or even just the series finale. What did you love? What did you hate? And are you looking forward to season 2? Do we even need season 2 of LOKi? Who knows? So jumping into the world of movie news and trailers this week, but we're going to stick with Marvel, because it was confirmed this week that the director of WandaVision, the MCU series starring Wanda Maximoff, Matt Shakman, is now going to direct the next Star Trek movie from Paramount. And of course, J.J. Abrams is involved in that project, but he's not going to be directing it. Now Matt Shakman's going to do it. And I gotta say, he did a pretty good job with WandaVision, so it will be interesting to see what he produces in the Star Trek universe. It's been a while since the last Star Trek movie, so I'm intrigued to see what the next one's going to be like, or if they even keep the same cast. Maybe they'll just recast the whole thing because it's been so long since the last one. But a project I'll definitely be keeping an eye on is the next Disney movie. It's called Turning Red, and the trailer looks a little bit like this. One thing that's always guaranteed is I will always watch a new Disney animated movie. Guaranteed to be checking that one out. It looks like a lot of fun. And like always on the Movie Film Show, with any trailer featured, there will be a link in the description. Check out the full trailer all for yourself. Again, kind of sticking with Disney and that Disney own everything. Indiana Jones 5 is the title they own. That's already begun filming, already slowed down filming because Harrison Ford got injured, but now they've added a new member to the cast. That new cast member is Antonio Banderas, a veteran actor at this point, a very talented actor who's been in some amazing movies like Spy Kids. That's what I remember most for. Certainly a very interesting addition to Indiana Jones 5 there. That probably just gets more and more intriguing all the time, and hopefully won't be a build-up to a letdown, but I'm letting my mind run wild with that one as to how good it could be. At very worst, it can't be worse than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Another man who was cast in a movie this week is Superman, Henry Cavill. He was cast in a movie called The Rosie Project. This movie is based on a book by Graham Simison. I probably said his name wrong. It's a movie about a genetics expert on the Asperger's scale who struggles to get a second date. Which sounds awful. Absolutely awful. But we'll wait and see. It might be not awful. Probably is going to be awful. And one more piece of casting news this week. Anna Kendrick has been cast in a psychological thriller called Alice Darling. Not too much information on what that one is, but I'm a big fan of Anna Kendrick, Stowaway aside. So I think it's time for another trailer. Here's a trailer for After We Fall.
You have a great job in Seattle, but I don't have anything there.
You'd have me.
Okay, that's not enough.
If I'm not enough, that's your problem, but you're not gonna stop me.
We're coming undone.
I won't give up Seattle for you, so you just turn on me.
We're coming undone.
This is what you do. You sabotage every good moment that we have.
No, if I wanted to try and sabotage a good moment, I would have brought up another guy's number in your dress.
You don't get to choose who I have as
I
friends.
don't want to be your friend.
Going to be honest, didn't watch that trailer before I recorded. It might be terrible. You let me know. But on that note, we've only got time for one more trailer. We're going to leave it to the very end. And all I've got to say now is thank you so much for watching the Movie Film Show this week. If you have watched, let me know your opinions on anything featured in the show down in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed today's Movie Film Show, click that subscribe button for new content every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And with all that out of the way, let's jump into the trailer for Blue Bayou.
I got this baby on the way, and I'm just looking for another job.
Kathy? Hey, where you going?
What's
where
going
you going,
on
baby?
here?
Hey, isn't that your kid?
Let's go.
Hey, did I say you can
baby.
leave? Stop. I'm gonna tell you one last time. Okay, that's it. Put your hands down.
Let him go. Do something.
I posted bail. He should have been out by now.
He's not here anymore. ICE took him.